Have you ever looked at a beautiful, thriving garden and wondered what its secret is? Sometimes the biggest magic is happening right under our feet, completely out of sight. I'm not just talking about good soil, I'm talking about a living network of helpers called mycorrhizae. These are tiny, beneficial fungi that form a special friendship with plant roots. Think of them as the root's best friends. They connect to the plant, creating a partnership that helps both of them grow stronger. It's a beautiful, natural collaboration that has been happening for millions of years, working quietly to make our world a little greener and a lot more beautiful. This partnership is truly something special. The mycorrhizal fungi extend tiny threads, called hyphae, far out into the soil, much farther than the plant's own roots can reach. They act like a superfine web, an extension of the root system itself. In return for their hard work, the plant shares some of the sugars it makes from sunlight through photosynthesis. It's a perfect trade. The plant gives the fungi the energy it needs to live, and the fungi give the plant an incredible gift back, access to a whole world of nutrients and water that would otherwise be out of reach. It's this give and take that makes the whole garden ecosystem so resilient and full of life. So, what does this mean for your plants? It means they become healthier and more robust. With this massive underground network, plants can find and absorb more of the good stuff, like phosphorus and nitrogen, which are like vitamins for them. They can also find water more easily, especially during those hot, dry Texas summers we know so well. This helps them stand up to stress, whether it's a lack of rain or just the challenges of a new planting season. It's like giving your plants a built-in support system that works around the clock to keep them happy and strong, helping them grow to their fullest potential. When I think about designing a garden, I always start with the foundation. A strong foundation isn't just about the layout or the choice of plants, it's about the life in the soil. Mycorrhizae are a key part of that foundation. They help create a garden that doesn't just look good on the surface, but is truly healthy from the ground up. The result is a space that feels more alive, with plants that have brighter blooms, richer leaves, and a strength that you can almost feel. It's a simple, natural way to give your garden the best possible start and watch it flourish for years to come. Now, let's talk about one of my favorite things, compost. A good compost pile is like the heart of the garden, turning kitchen scraps and yard trimmings into black gold. But we can make it even better by inviting our fungal friends to the party. Adding mycorrhizae to your compost pile supercharges the entire process. These fungi are not just waiting for roots, they actively help break down the tough, woody materials in your compost, like wood chips and dry leaves. They work alongside bacteria and other microbes, speeding up decomposition and helping to create a richer, more nutrient-dense finished compost that your plants will absolutely love. This process creates a living, breathing ecosystem right in your compost bin. The mycorrhizae don't just break things down, they help create a healthy environment where other beneficial microbes can thrive. They improve the structure of the compost, creating tiny air pockets that help with aeration and prevent the pile from becoming too compacted or smelly. It's all about balance. By encouraging these fungi, you're fostering a diverse community of microorganisms that work together in harmony. The final product is a compost that is teeming with life and ready to nourish your garden in a way that synthetic fertilizers simply cannot. When you use this supercharged compost, you're doing more than just feeding your plants. You're inoculating your entire garden bed with this incredible fungal network. The mycorrhizae, which have been growing and multiplying in the compost, will quickly find and connect with the roots of your flowers, vegetables, and shrubs. This creates strong, resilient plants right from the start. They will be better equipped to handle transplant shock and will establish themselves more quickly in their new home. It's like giving them a welcome basket filled with everything they need to grow strong and healthy in your garden. A garden built on this kind of living soil is simply more sustainable. It requires less watering because the fungal network helps the soil hold on to moisture. It needs fewer fertilizers because the mycorrhizae are experts at finding and delivering nutrients to the plants. This means you can create a beautiful, productive garden while being gentler on the environment. It's a return to the way nature intended things to be, where the soil itself provides the strength and vitality for everything that grows. It's about working with nature, not against it, to create a space that is both beautiful and truly self-sufficient. So how do you get these wonderful helpers into your garden? It's easier than you might think. You can find mycorrhizal inoculants at most garden centers or online, They usually come as a powder or granules that you can mix directly into your soil or your compost pile. I like to add a little bit to the planting hole whenever I'm putting a new plant in the ground. Just a small sprinkle around the roots is all it takes to introduce the fungi and get that beautiful partnership started. It's a simple step that can make a world of difference for the long-term health of your plants. Another great way to encourage mycorrhizae is to add them to your compost as it's breaking down. You can sprinkle the inoculant powder into the pile as you turn it. This gives the fungi a head start, allowing them to multiply and become part of the finished compost. You can also get them naturally from healthy, undisturbed soil. If you have a patch of woodland or an established garden nearby, taking a few scoops of that soil and adding it to your compost can introduce a diverse range of native microbes, including mycorrhizae. Nature has already provided us with everything we need. Sometimes we just have to help it along. To make sure these fungi thrive, you need to create a welcoming home for them. Mycorrhizae love organic matter, so keep feeding your compost pile with a good mix of greens, like kitchen scraps, and browns, like dried leaves and cardboard. They also need moisture to grow, so make sure your compost pile stays damp, like a wrung-out sponge, but not waterlogged. Finally, try to avoid over-tilling your garden soil. Tilling can break up the delicate fungal networks that you've worked so hard to build. A no-till or low-till approach helps keep that amazing underground web intact and thriving. I've seen the difference with my own eyes. I remember a patch of roses that was struggling one year. The blooms were small and the leaves looked a little pale. We decided to top-dress the bed with a thick layer of our own mycorrhizae-rich compost. The next season, the change was incredible. The bushes were fuller, the leaves were a deep, healthy green, and the blooms were bigger and more fragrant than ever before. It was a powerful reminder that when you take care of the soil takes care of your plants. It's that simple, beautiful connection that makes gardening so rewarding. Looking ahead, I believe that understanding and working with mycorrhizae is the future of gardening. Scientists are constantly learning more about these amazing fungi and the complex relationships they build beneath the soil. This research is uncovering new ways we can use them to grow healthier food, restore damaged landscapes, and create more sustainable green spaces in our cities and towns. It's exciting to think that some of the biggest solutions to our environmental challenges might be found in something so small. It's a field full of promise, reminding us that nature's wisdom is our greatest resource. For me, it all comes back to the idea of home. A garden is an extension of our home, a place where we connect with family and with nature. By fostering this hidden world of mycorrhizae, we are building a stronger, more resilient home for our plants. We are creating an environment that is self-sustaining and full of life. This approach to gardening goes beyond just aesthetics. It's about nurturing a living system. It's about leaving the soil better than we found it, creating a legacy of health and vitality for future generations of gardeners to enjoy and build upon. The beauty of this is that anyone can do it. You don't need a huge farm or a fancy greenhouse. You can start right in your own backyard, in a small container on your patio, or even in a community garden plot. It's about making a conscious choice to work with the natural systems already in place. By adding mycorrhizae to your compost and your soil, you are taking an active role in creating a healthier planet, one garden at a time. It's a small change that leads to big results, from more delicious vegetables on your table to more beautiful flowers in your yard. So I encourage you to give it a try. The next time you're at the garden center, pick up some mycorrhizal inoculant, mix it into your compost, sprinkle it in your planting holes, and watch what happens. Be patient and observe. Notice the small changes in your plant's strength and vitality. You'll be participating in one of nature's most beautiful partnerships and unlocking a secret power that has been hidden in the soil all along. Get your hands dirty, connect with the earth, and see how fostering this underground life can bring your whole garden to life. Happy gardening, and hit that subscribe button before you go for more great tips.